Hi guys, it's another Sunday and I decided to go live on my Instagram as well. Okay. So I'm live on Instagram as well today. Just in case if I'm losing you guys from Instagram, go to my Instagram profile. There is a link to my YouTube channel that if you would like to continue to flow today with me on Sunday. So today's theme would be space and length. As I mentioned in previous sessions, several sessions, yoga is creating space and length, and that would help you align all the joints and all the muscles into the form that you can reach to the maximum of flexibilities that could protect you from any injuries in the future, and also would help you to get in a good fit posture and good in shape and everything. So, and then also it's a form of meditation too. So when you flow, you pay attention to your breath as well as to your forms. Try to align your body, and that would take your mind off from whatever that could bother you inside. So today I'm not using any other resistance training except, well, sometimes we use this block as resistance training, meaning we're squeezing the blocks, and that would help your muscles work harder. So today, instead of squeezing your thighs or your hands, whatever, to the blocks, we're gonna use it as a support. So that would create a lot of space and length. And if you don't have a yoga block, you can just get like a stack of books or anything. So it's only one, so it's one stack of books, old books, textbooks, whatever, that you could actually step on, and also maybe put your hands on the block or on the stack of books. So that would help you to create more length and space. If you don't have that, that's fine. You can just skip it, but it would help you a lot with the forms. So just like get yourself in this position. I'm gonna turn on the light. It's getting a little bit gloomy today. It's getting really cold as well, also. So we're just gonna warm our body up. And normally, when I practice, I would try to keep the room as at the temperature as the outside, especially in the cold weather. You should take advantage of this because there are research, scientific papers, evidence out there showing that not the warmth, but the cold actually helps your body work and burn your fat more, and in order to keep you warm. So if you want to take that advantage, that benefits from the cold weather, just keep the temperature as the outside, and your metabolism will get a little bit more kicked in, and if you have hurt brown fat, cells would get more activated, and that would help you to burn more fat. So anyway, just like a small little things that I want to give it out there as a scientist, that if you want to incorporate some more benefits into your yoga practice. So anyway, I always keep my, especially when I practice yoga, I always try to keep my room as cold as possible. Okay, so we're just gonna sit in the hero pose right here and try to get your tailbone tuck a little bit so don't collapse your spine. So the theme here is length and space. So we're gonna try to create as much space, as much length as possible. So just sit here and just get your body used to the weather, used to the maybe the coolness of the room, and just like try getting a little bit warm up. So we're gonna rotate our shoulder blades a little bit back. Just move it slowly. The important thing here is we're gonna try to warm your body up so that your muscle is not gonna exert to the point that you're gonna injure yourself during the practice. And again, move at your pace. Try to back out if you feel so much pain. Again, with yoga, there's maybe some discomfort here and there. It is because your muscle getting stretched a little bit more or shortening a little bit more than you normally have. But that actually helps to build more flexibilities and build more resistance with whatever injuries might come to you. So just rotate your shoulder blades to the back, just slowly and gently. You can holding on to your shoulder blades, or you can put your hands on the thighs and then just kind of shrugging your body back. Try when you go back, try to squeeze your shoulders together a little bit. That would activate some of the muscles around your shoulders. Just warm it up. And then once you feel ready, just rotate back to the front. And again, when you go up, squeeze in together, just to lubricate some of the joint, that, like rotating joints. So when we start to move our arms and our shoulders, we will make it more painful. And then from here, I'm gonna scoot my body back a little bit because I'm gonna hit some of my cat's toys. So we're gonna go to the child pose. So there are two main forms of the child pose here. You can keep your knees together, and that means you would try to lengthen the spine a little bit more. Your knees together. If you want to open up your hips, then separate your knees as wide as possible. For me, I want to open my hips today, so I'm gonna separate my feet and my knees out, and then I'm gonna sink back. So the important here is putting your booties, try to aim at the heels of your feet, and just lengthening melt down your body. So you can put either whatever you can get lower to the ground, so it can be on your chest or your face, whatever. But important here is try to keep your back flat. Don't just arch it up. And just try to lengthening. So this is like a lengthened position at child pose in the lowest impact that you can do. So in the morning, if you want to get your spine ready, you can just do a simple child pose right here and try to reach your hands in front of you. Just try to pull and lengthen your back out. At the same time, push your booty back. So don't try to get your body too far out. Pull it back as well and sink back to the heels. Your elbows can be on the ground. Try to reach forward. And then at the same time, once you feel ready, you can start to draw your body to the left or the right and sink, melt down. Your belly can be on your left side at this moment. Now we're gonna start to get our fingertips up. So this is gonna activate some of the sensation on your fingertips. And at the same time, try to push a little bit of force on your wrist. So that would help to activate your wrist as well. So for yoga, somehow a lot of forms requiring strength in your wrist, that including some inversions, handstands. So prepping your wrists and your fingers and your hands is really important for whatever practice, like inversion practice later. And then we're gonna go back to the front. Melt down first and then walk to the right or the left. Again, hands can be on the ground first. And then you can get your fingertips up, push down to the ground. Walk back to the front. We're going to do like a puppy pose. So that means this time we're going to rock ourselves forward, but this time shoot your booty up to the air and then sink your chest down on the mat. Little puppy pose. It's actually helping your back have a little bit of back bend. So it feels so good if you have some lower back pain at this moment. And also try to push back as well, so you shoot your booty up, but still have the force by pushing it back, at the same time reaching your hands forward. So this is you create length and space between your belly and your mat. Your chin can be on the ground, or you can put your forehead on the ground. Sink it down. And then slowly rock yourself up to hands and knees. And move a little slowly. Again, we're going to prep for our wrist. There are going to be some of the side planks, so some of the planks that I want to put into this practice today. So warming up your wrist and your hands is really important for today's practice. So what we're going to do is we're going to rock back and forth the wrist. And then you can put your fingertips facing to the side of the mat and then rock right and left. Now with yoga versus other fitness for warm up. So say you do like some weight training, like what I have been doing. When you warm up, you try to get your body a little bit more warm, like try to make your heart a little bit elevating by doing some like kicking the hands, kicking the legs. But for yoga, starting to warm up your body, meaning starting to prepping your joints and your muscles ready for whatever flow later. So it's a little bit more slow, but it's really crucial for the practice. Especially when you try to put a little bit of force on these joints, because later, most of the time you would see it's a body weight bearing. Okay, so walk your hands back, fingers facing toward you, and you can just sink back. I'm gonna stretch some of the ligaments on this side of this wrist. You can just posing as well. And you can sink back, and if you feel it's too much, then just back out. And then get out and shake out our hands. We're gonna start right away. So I'm going to do a little bit cat-cow. Just a quick cat-cow right now to prepping for the spine. So just inhale, sink your belly down to the mat, and exhale, curve, push down to the mat through your hands. Curve your spine, and then inhale, sag the belly, look up. Exhale, push it down through the mat. Make sure your shoulders is aligned with your wrist. Don't try to pull your shoulders forward too much. One more. So sag the belly, and then exhale, push it down. Now we're gonna start do a little bit of weight bearing right here on the wrist. So we're gonna curl our toes. We're gonna hover our feet. So let me adjust the camera right here, so you can see. Again, make sure to keep your body aligned by shoulders just straight through your wrist, and just hover right here, creating space from the mat. If it's too much, you can put your knees down. So hover, do cat-cow from here. So sag the belly, inhale and exhale, push it down. Inhale again, sag the belly, look up, exhale down. Now we're going to start as getting your right foot out, hovering your knee, your left knee. Make sure, keep the form right here. Hold. And then switch leg. Still hover, shoot the left out. Suck in your core, push down through your hands. And then back. Still hold here, and then put the knees down. Rock back to child pose to release the tension that you already put on your wrist. And then back right here, we'll do one more. This time it's the option right here. Now, I would like to create a little bit more force and make your muscle work a little bit more. I'm going to use the block right here. I'm going to create like an uneven surface. So if you lift up your right leg, put a block on the left hand. So it's going to help your tricep, the left tricep work a little bit harder to hold your body up. So from here, hover it, push down through your hands, through the block, first that walk. And then right foot down, push down. Back. And then inhale and exhale, kick out. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna switch hands through the block and then kick out. You have to create an even pushing, so your tricep will work a little bit harder. And then sit down, shake it all out. Now, I lied that we're gonna move on to the next one, but revisit this form with the fingertips. So this time, You're gonna engage a lot more core in your tricep in order to hold your body up. So get your fingertips up. If it's too much, you don't have to get on the fingertips. Okay, right foot out and hold. Make sure you flex your right foot. Back, inhale, exhale, left foot out. Back right here, go down, shake out your hands. Notice a lot of tension right now that you're having through your fingertips. So all the joints from your fingers actually getting some sort of workout right here at that point. So, okay, I'm gonna grab the blocks to this moment right here. I'm gonna start to stand up first. And from here, we're gonna try to do a little bit of sensitization A and B, just to warm up our body and our spine, and at the same time activating some sensation through your feet. So root down through your mat. Make sure your belly tucked and your tailbone tucked. So try not to collapse the form. Just suck in your core, but you'll be able to breathe. So don't try to hold your breath when you suck in your core. And it's like stand tall right here. And then inhale, we're gonna sweep our hands up to the sky, to the ceiling. You can look up right here. And exhale, hands can be on the T. Lean with the chest first. Slowly get yourself down. You can start to bend the knees if it's too much. And also, one more thing for people that have hyperextended knees like me, to give a little bit of bend. Not too much bending. That would help to release the locking from your knees. So go down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. This time you can use the block right here. Put the fingertips on the block. That would create a lot of space right here. At the same time, you can lengthen your spine. So today's theme is a space and length. So we're gonna stick with it. I'm gonna hold here through your fingertips, lengthening it out. Look forward. Inhale and exhale, start bow down. Now from here, you can hold on to your heels and just pull yourself so much close to your knees. And then hands to the T. Inhale, slowly use the core. Create some space to go up. And then slowly get the hands up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, hands in front of you. This is sensation A. So we're going to do one more. Inhale. Slip the hands up to the sky. Exhale again, hands to the T or to your chest. It's up to you. You can just fly out right here. Push your booty back. Imagine if you are doing weight training. You can hold on to the weight and remember you just want to push your hips back. So again, here with yoga, I find a lot of similarity in weightlifting and weight training with yoga. So slowly get yourself down to the mat. Inhale, hands to the block, halfway lift. Lengthen your spines right here. Don't lock your knee. Hold on right here and exhale. Slowly sink down. Get your belly on the thighs. You can bend your knees, maybe because it's too much on your calf, but try to strain your knees out. That would activate your calves right here. And pull yourself down. If you want, you can hold on to the mat and try to pull yourself down so much more. And then hands to the T. Slowly get yourself up. Use the core, and then hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands on the chest. Okay, so we're gonna do sensation B. It's a little bit different, but just like the add-on, kind of like a compound exercise. So inhale, then sweeping up. Exhale, instead go down. We're gonna bend the knee. Get your hands down to the chest. We're gonna do chair pose. It's important with the chair pose right here is tailbone still tuck. Try not to lean forward too much. Imagine there's a chair behind you. Feet activating, so rooted down through the mat. Hands can be in front of you, or if you want more length, just shoot your hands to the sky. You can look up right here. Hold on to it, suck in your core, bending the knees, and then exhale. Slowly get yourself down to the mat. Bellies on the knees, and inhale, hands to the block. Lengthen up your spine, and exhale. Bow down here. Inhale, hands to the T and sweeping up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through the chest. I'm going to do one more from here. So inhale, sweep up. Lengthen as much, and exhale, hands to the T. Pulling yourself down, and then sweep up to the chair. We're going to add a little bit more core here. So rock your body, lift up the heels. Hold on right here. Squeeze in your glutes. Squeeze your thighs together. That would help you to hold on the form in this length and space. And then exhale, heels down, belly down, and inhale, hands to the block, lengthen the spine, exhale, sink down to the mat. Inhale, hands to the T, and slowly use the core, pull yourself up. Reach up and exhale, hands down. And then from here, we're going to create, this is just the option. So we're going to step your right foot on the block. What you do is from the high lunge right here. Okay, that would make you work a little bit harder. But the important thing right here is your knee, your right knee is not over your ankle. It's the same thing when you do weight training or lifting. Now when you do lunges with your weight, make sure your form is that your knee not over your ankle. So you can sink down a little bit more. Push your feet to the block. This creates a little bit of space. At the same time, your glutes and your hamstring, all the legs right here is working so much. You're gonna get hands through the sky. Create some space right here. Pushing down through the blocks. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, left hand down. Still keep your foot on the block. We're gonna open up to the right. Again, try not to push your knee over the ankle. You can starting to get through your fingertips, creating even more space here. And then exhale. If your fingertips right here. Now, it's going to be a little bit coarse, so move slowly. I can put my hands right on my hips, or can keep it kind of loosely to balance myself. gonna lift up my foot off the block and rotate my hips, left hip to the left and step to plank. Look down to help for your balance. And then from here, right foot step in front. Let me do the side so you can see. So side plank right here. Step right foot in front of you. Create more space by lifting up your heels. Look up to the sky. And then from here, use the core. Right foot lift. Step back to wild thing. Create space. Back to this plank. And if you had a block, you just remove your foot. It's gonna be a little bit challenge here. Is get yourself step back to the block, rotate, and then we're gonna get back to the lunge. Look up, look down, hands from you, and then use the core step up. Release down through the block. I'm gonna do just inhale and exhale from here. Reset. And then from here, good thing we have another leg. Step the left foot on the block. Slowly get yourself to the high lunge. Again, if you don't have a block, that's completely fine. I just want to make my muscle work a little bit harder and my core work a little bit harder by creating an even surface. Push down through the block. Again, make sure your knee is not over your ankle, okay? So create length. Shoot your hands up to the sky. And then exhale, right hand down, inhale, lift up to the sky. You can go to the fingertips if you want, work a little bit harder. Again, make sure your knee is not over or under the ankle. Then right hand down. What do is lift up your foot off the block and then to the side plank. First, knee stack. And then left foot in front of you. And then lift up the heels, create space here. You can look through your fingertips and look down. Push down through your toes. Then from here, use the core. Lift up, step back. Slowly and gently to wild thing. Create more space right here. And then from here, I'll step back. And then if you have block in front of you already, it's gonna be a little bit challenge. Here, rotate and then step back up. To block, remove the hands, go back to lunge. And then use the core, step up, release it out. Shake it all out right here. We'll do one more, since you know what the form is. So every form that I'm introducing, we're going to repeat one more so that you can get used to it. And also to work on your muscle a little bit, so we try to overload your muscles, but not to overload. So again, right foot up. Step to high lunge. To the sky. And hold here, so up to you, 5 breaths, 10 breaths, and on how you count it. Then hands down to the block, you know where to go. We're gonna rotate our body to the right first. Option for fingertips. And then hands down through the mat. Use the core. Rotate your body. Step to the side plank. Stack the knees. Then right foot step in front of you. Lift up the heels. Push down through the toes. Make sure your shoulders is actually aligned with your wrist. Then from here, use the core. Step back, wild thing. Step back to side plank, and then to high lunge. Step back up to the block. Move the hands. Go up. Push yourself up. Creating length. Then use the core. Step back up. Hands in front of you. Reset to the other side. Left foot on the block right now. Move your body slowly back to high lunge. Hands up to the sky. 10 counts right here. And then right hands down to the mat. Sweep your left hand up to the sky. Push down through your left foot. Go to fingertips if you want. And then hands down. Use the core. Rotate to the planks, side plank. And then left foot step up. Lift up your heels. Push down. And then step back to wild thing. Use the core right now. Step first to side plank, and then step to the block. Slowly remove the hands to the high lunge. Then use the core. Step up, release down, reset. Just getting yourself ready to the next one. So for the next one, it's a little bit of balance here. So first, I just want to show you a brief one. You're going to go up, straighten it out, and then open it out. Now, if you have a yoga strap, like what I feature in other sessions, it's great to buy on it and then move, open up. If you cannot straighten your legs because of your hips because the rotation cut. Your hips a little bit tight. Just bend your knee and try to push your hands through the knees to open up your hips. That would help to open your rotation gap. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to root ourselves down. Get your left heel up. Just kind of like shift your weight to the right. And then first, we're going to bend the knee. Pick a spot on the ground, on the wall. Kind of like it's called drishti in yoga. And then you can straighten your leg. Now you can bind to your foot if you can. My torso is always longer than my feet, so that helps a lot. Not only because I'm flexible, I'm not. And then moving to the side. Create a counterbalance to the right hand. Suck in the core, create length right here. You slowly shift your gaze to the right. It's okay if you wiggle. It's when your muscle trying to get used to supporting your form. And then slowly bend and go down. That would help a lot with your hip stabilizer. So a lot of balancing, relying on your glute stabilizer and some of the hip rotation. So with yoga, with that kind of form, is actually helping your hip stabilizer stronger and helps your hip locator a little bit more fluid. Okay, from here, and next we're going to incorporate the block into, but we're going to do this one first. So shift to the left, bend the knees, straighten it out, and then move. You can hold on to your foot, open up, create a counterbalance, look to the left if you can. And then release it out. The important thing when you do to the side, even if you are biting, try to get your body go back. So that would help your body rotate to the side. So instead of like moving your body forward, try to pull your leg to the back. That would help you to align with your spine. Now, I'm going to repeat that with the block. Again, we're going to step on the block. It's a little bit more challenge here. We'll see if I can do this my first time trying. I normally do with the front, but I never do in the side. So, step on the block. You can slightly bend on your balancing leg. And then get yourself up first. A little bit harder. And slowly get yourself down. Good man. It's a little bit more challenging, especially more like a mental thing. I'm more afraid of falling. So I'm not trying to shift my gaze. But it's a lot of healthy way, I would say this is a healthy way to challenge your mental. Okay, and then it's the other one. Get up to the block. And then bend, go down, get all out. It's really fun to play with this because you feel a little bit more elevated, more space. At the same time, you try to tell your body, I'm not gonna fall, I'm not gonna fall. So let's do one more. I'm kind of like, I know, it's kind of fun to do this. So I always try to challenge my mind, telling my mind that it's not gonna be that bad. So from here, up. Then back down to the mat. Shake it all out. Also, there's some tips here when you do it. Try and engage the core, of course, but push your legs, the balancing legs down so much to the ground. At the same time, if you're holding on to your foot, try to push your foot against your hands. That would kind of telling your muscle to engage a little bit more. If you hold on to the knees, try to push your knees to the hands, and that would help you to engage the core muscles a little more. Then get yourself down, put it down, and shake it out. Since we're here, we're gonna counter pose this by putting our feet as one. We're not gonna do like a squat, so more like a we call goddess pose. So our feet kind of facing forward instead of spanning out to the side like like a squat. From here, create length. So hands to the sky, and then slowly lean with the chest first. You can use a block again to put your hands on the block. So kind of bend, shoot your tailbone back. Get a block ready through the fingertips. Gonna flatten our. Let me show you on this side view. So kind of push back. And then from here, just hold right here first, and then sink your body down through the block, or if you feel that you're flexible enough, you can get your feet a little bit wider, and pull your body down to the mat. Tuck your chin through the chest. If you want challenging, hands can be out to the side and hold right here. Suck in the core. Then walk yourself back up using the block, just lengthening the spine. From here, and then slowly use the core. Pull yourself up. Standing up. Again, we're going to use the block right here. Create some uneven here, so left hand gonna be on the block first, put in front of you. And then right hand, gonna look up, twist to the right first, and then slowly get your hands down, elbows down through the mat. Walk your block out a little bit, and then lengthen the front, pushing out through the block. Then you can look back, or kind of twist So get your body, get your head through the left armpit. Twist right here first. If you want more challenge, right hand hold on to the left ankle and twist. Get out of this slowly. Put the right hand first. Push yourself up. Move the block back. Slowly get up. And then use the core. Go up. I'm going to repeat the other side. So to the right hand. So slowly get yourself down. Through the mat. So get on the block. Twist first through the left. And then put your left elbow down. If you want, walk the block to the front. Get your hand through your right armpit. And if you want, left hand by to your right ankle. Slowly get yourself up right here. Inhale up, exhale, bow down. Slowly use the core. Go up to the sky. And then get your foot guide back to the mat. And see, we have about 10 minutes or so that would cover us some more, maybe 2 or 3 more of the pose. Now, what I do is I'm going to go down through the mat. So I want to go down, inhale, up to the sky, sun salutation, and exhale, go down. Inhale, hands fingertips, you know this, exhale, go down. You can walk back with hands to the mat and jump back slightly. Bend the elbow, hugging your elbows in, and then go to chaturanga. And then inhale. What you can do is high dog or cobra. But important thing is your shoulders align with your wrists. So don't try to move forward or move back too much. What I'm going to do is a high dog right here. And then exhale. Shift my body back to try pose a little bit. And then get yourself back here. Feature one of this. Now, it's up to your flexibility. You can go to full split or to half split. So with half split, again, if you're having the block with you, step on it. It has kind of 2 different benefits if you go to full split and half split, but it's really similar. So step on the block, you can scoot your body out a little bit, and then shift back. Now lift up your heels, flex the foot. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale slowly, get yourself down to the mat. Now if you go for full split, you won with the block. It's my first time actually. Get your body, push it back, sink down. Ooh. Straighten the leg. You can hold on to your fingertips, creating space and length right here. Check your back foot. Make sure it's straight. Holding on to this. Or inhale, look up, exhale, bow down. Slowly pull yourself up to get out here. Pull your front leg back. Pull it back. And then pull your back leg out. Shake all out and go the other side. So I'm gonna do the half split first for you guys. So step on the block, scoot your back, right knee a little bit back, push your body back. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, stop, bow down, and hold on to this. If you don't have a block, that's fine, but if you do have block, you will feel a lot of sensation, a lot of stretching along your hamstring and your thighs right here. Really good benefits. Now, I'm gonna go to full split. Do it carefully and slowly. You don't want to jerk and injure your body. Let's get your body down. Sink your hips down so much through the mat. Jack your foot. And hold on and just kind of like pull your body back and straight out. Inhale, look up, and exhale, option, and bow down. Push yourself up, pull your leg back, pull the other leg forward, and then get your foot out through the block. And then from here, the last featuring is this kite chair, but sitting chair. And put the block right here between your feet. And from here, if you want, that's one option. The other option, put it on your bum. Sit a little bit taller. This one, create a little bit, you have to engage a little bit more for balancing. So sit right here. You can straighten your leg or you can bend it. It's up to you. But with the block, it helps you try to balance your body a little bit more. So you engage your core a little bit more. So hold on to it. Try to tuck the tailbone, suck in the core. Hold on right here. And lift, try lift. My block is not long enough. To lean a little bit more to kick my legs up a little bit more, but try lengthening. Hold on to it. And then put down, rock back out. I use the lowest setting. Now, to make it a little bit more challenge, I'm going to the second setting. Sit on it. We'll see how that goes. It might fall out. This foam is a little bit softer than the cork that I used to use. It's really wobbling. If you have a cork, this would be firmer. Down, raise it out. You can play with the block. There's a lot of things to play with it. But yeah, if you have like a cork block, it's actually more stable when you sit on it. But it's more challenging with the foam for sure. You try to pull your body up a little bit to balance. So let's go to the mat. We're going to close out the session today with some spinal twist. So from here, right foot left up, you can bind onto your foot and open up to the side. So important here is one, I don't care how low your leg go down to the ground, but your shoulders, your right shoulders has to be on the ground. At the same time, your left hips not perking it up. So if you have your hips perk up, back it down so you won't get your foot too close to the ground. And using the left hand, pull your left hips down on the mat. And then push yourself up. Switch leg. If you cannot hold on to the toes, hold on to the ankle, to the knee. As long as you open up your hips, that your right hips is not perking up, and your left shoulder has to be on the ground. So hold on to it. Move to the left. Make sure your right hip's still on the ground. Now, if you have been doing Iyengar yoga and doing this form, they really strict that your right hip has to be glued on the ground. It's really hard. For me, I have a little bit of space, but with kind of vinyasa yoga or whatever, Ashtanga, it's a little bit forgiving. But for Iyengar, it's really strict. You have to push down your hips so much. And the instructor gonna go around, try to push your hips down. And you get even more stretch. So make sure your right foot flexes as well. Then get yourself up, look down, knee together, open up, counter stretch, whatever hips that you try to open up. So we're going to counter stretch it. And then you can just hang right here on the mat as long as you want, or be ready with whatever day ahead of you. But make sure to relax for at least 5 minutes, okay? Before you call the session completely done. So that's it, guys. It's today. The theme is length and space. And you, with the block or with a stack of book, or without it, we try to create space and length through the vinyasa forms. And I hope you like it. Thumbs up, thumbs down anytime. And leave me some comments. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.